and a fork. Hang on, let's just do a fork. Hey guys. Hey guys, I'm back with another live. No, I've been watching too much of that. What's this guy's name? Daddy? Oh, I can't remember, but last night hubby made this. It is like chicken, potatoes, carrots, and this amazing sauce and some rice, and it has been my dinner, breakfast, lunch, and now dinner again. So, hang on, we need pickles. Hang on, I get pickles. Gonna need those pickles, guys. Hang on. Where the heck are my pickles? You didn't play this time because I go through like a jar of pickles like in about 2 days. So, hey, hi everybody. I thought I'd just jump on. My grandbaby and his mum just left, and so I'm gonna spend some time with you guys and have a feed because I'm hungry now. Oh my god, I'm so weak. And tomorrow is kind of exciting for us because, as you guys know, hubby's niece got engaged, so she's bringing her fiance over tomorrow. So that's really nice. And hubby has been out while I've been here with Aish and babies to get some sweets and stuff when they come tomorrow. And that's gonna be nice. So today tonight I'm gonna get outside and get outside, and because we're going to be outside tomorrow, and that's going to be cool. So I'm going to set up outside somehow because the boys are really looking forward to seeing their cousin and her fiance. Yeah. Hey. Anyway, this is what we're having, guys, for those who just came in. What's wrong with my algorithm? Huh? Ooh. What's going on? What's going on, Facebook? No. Hey guys. How's life? Life is good. The jar's bigger than my jar. Oh, because I go through the normal standard jars. I go through them real fast. So hubby goes, I'm not old, fix her. Life has been good. Thank you. I'm going to start decorating the house probably this week. Bismillah. Oh no, it's not hot enough. Guys, when I'm having a feed, it has to be hot. I'm good, thank you. Hang on. I'll put it back in the microwave because I can't do this. No way. I need to be burning my face off or something. Yeah, we're all good. How are you guys? I thought, I'll jump on, have a bit of a chat, have a bit of a feed. Hey everybody. Hey, I hope you're doing well. What is it today? Saturday. What's Saturday doing for you? Oh, I'm so hungry. Love your house. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you hear something in the background, it's chipmunks. We had Baby Shark going before, but hey guys, I was just yesterday old when I found out that Baby Shark was actually a cartoon. I didn't know that. I thought it was just a song. I had no idea. But now that there's a baby around, now I know. Hang on a second. Oh, I burn my fingers off, then we're halfway there. Yeah. Ah, ouch, ouch. Okay. Just a question, not sure if you heard all the stuff on socials about the clothing brand Aroha Official. Yeah, I've seen it pop up on TikTok. There we go. It's like a chicken pieces, potatoes, carrots, and a really yummy sauce. We're gonna have a feed, guys. We're just gonna have a feed. Yeah, I did hear about it. I mean, like, everyone's got their take on it, you know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, let me set the scene for you, right? What this lady is talking about is there's a brand in Australia run by an Australian girl. I think she's Australian, but she called her business Aroha, which is the Maori name for love. And a lot of people don't like it. Some people are saying it don't matter, it's just a word. And other people are getting like, why are you profiting off, you know what I mean? So I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, that's better. Now we can eat. Oh, thanks, Lena. Thank you. So I've been looking forward to this. And yeah, Chicken and Baby were here, and I just love having them because all the boys are at work. And it's a little bit overwhelming when everyone's home because there's so much noise and everyone's in his face. Yeah, I only just heard about it too, I think, last night. And then because I had a look at it, it keeps coming up on my feeds. I just think, I don't know, man, there's just so much in the world, you know, that's needs to be worried about. I don't know. No, it's a good one, Chante. It's a good one. Well, I think she could have got another name. Like, there's plenty of names out there, you know. Like, if you don't have it. But then again, like, because some people would probably buy the product if they thought it was New Zealand owned. Maybe they, like, some people say, oh, you know, I should buy it, you know, and then, but it's not even. I don't know. Thanks, Lua. What happened with our language? There's a shop in Europe with a Navajo name. It's been a few years. Oh, no way. Yeah, I don't know. It's an open discussion, and I think that, like, that's, you know, there's gonna be a lot. How's the healing? Healing is going good because my husband's been giving me massages every night for the last 3 nights. I do have to go and have an ultrasound though on Monday because I got this big lump happening. I think it's normal because I don't think it's an infection or anything. It's just, I think it's scar tissue. I sent some photos overseas. They said to go and have a ultrasound. Didn't know what's going on. I said, shall I worry? And he was like, no, it's maybe just swelling because it's still early stages of recovery. So I'm like, I'm not stressing out about it, guys. Because I don't have a fever, I don't feel nauseous. You know, when you've got an infection or something's wrong with the pipe works, usually your body reacts. But I don't know. Did you see your doctor when you go back? Oh, when I got back? No, because the general GP, like, is not a you know, cosmetic surgeon. So I'm not too worried. Other than that, recovery is going pretty well. I'm sleeping on my side now, but then I get nervous. And I end up back on my back, you know? Have you guys got something you want to discuss? Because I want to talk. You'd think it would be a bit late for an inspection now. Infection, yeah. But you can get a slow bleed and a slow internal bleed. I remember last time I went to Thailand, they warned me about it, but it would never come this quick. It would take a couple of years to actually notice it. So I'm not worried. Hey everybody. Well, what's another topic? Come on. Because after this, we can go outside and have have a little chat. And then I've got to do some things and I set up outside for tomorrow because I think hubby's niece is coming over at about 2, somewhere after 2. Yeah. Yeah, that's it, Sedina. That's why I'm not too phased. I'm not too worried. Good morning over there in the UK. Ooh. I don't like that noise on teeth. I don't know about you guys, but the sound of fork on teeth. Oh. How's Adol's new place going? He's so happy. He's so happy. How long has Evie been on this page? Oh, that's cool. Saturday got a house full of muckles. Oh, bless man, Ducati Bar. It's the best feeling. Like he was here just for a little while, which I mean like few hours. But his mother was here too. She was just doing work online. And I feel like it goes too fast. I just love having that little boy around. It just, I don't know, it feels like there's like angels all through the house when he's around. Yeah, I've heard about that sickness too, Jaylene, this new strain of some sort of disease. I don't know. But apparently they're checking everyone else that comes from India, I think. White folk using LDL and Oz as theft. What's wrong with the Aboriginal name for love? It's like tapu that she did that in the first place. In all honesty, I really don't know the full story. I just saw a short clip of an interview and a whole lot of people just started rolling through my feed. And I just heard that girl say that she named, where did they get the name from? And she said something about wanting to have something different and her stepdaughter has got Maori blood. Wouldn't you just say my partner? Because if that's your stepdaughter, wouldn't your partner be Maori? Or is it... Like, I don't get it. I don't know. I do feel like it's, you know, it's a bit controversial because she's not... From what I see, she's not like answering all the things that are going on online. Yeah. Look, why do Maori people make such a big deal? I've seen some people say that, you know. And I'll tell you why, guys, because we're very small. We're a very, very, very small people in the grand scheme of things, right? We're a very, very small population, Maori people, right? So our, you know, the culture, people want to like, you know, what do you call it? Trying to preserve it as much as we can. And I think, you know, people don't like to see it being diluted or, you know, things like that. It's a hard one. That one's a tough one, but yeah, it's tough. But for me, I'm thinking, she said it, like, isn't it a sport brand or something? Like, activewear? What's Aroha got to do with activewear? I don't get it. But, activewear. Activewear, we're not talking about butterflies and unicorns. You know, I mean, we're not talking about Aroha. I don't think of activewear, like, I don't think I'm gonna boss it up at the gym in Aroha wear. Like, I wouldn't. Like, I'm a Maori. And if I want to go, I'll be going after, like, some slogan like Kia kaha or Mana wahine or something like that, you know. But Aroha is like, oh my god, yay, let's go to the gym and spread the love. You know, but this girl, she didn't get it. Like, I don't know. That's my take on it anyway. Because I just thought it was it's a bit of a strange one to give an activewear. You know? So I don't know. Hey, Sandra, how are you? Hey, guess what? I went on my personal page last night. Oh my god. And I got to see how everybody is in the old Zumba round. Lots of people have changed and lots of people haven't. Oh my goodness. Hey. What else is there, guys? As you guys know, I love having a bloody natter. So if you want to have a natter, let's natter together. It's gonna be busy. Hey Ari, very similar to the word moko kauai and the controversial talk on who can wear it. Oh yeah. Now, that one there's a bit different, eh? Look, if anyone feels like they're proud enough to wear it, I don't know, and represent like some part of, you know, their whakapapa on their faces, I say go for it. There we go, it's back again. Like, moko kauai, guys, is the tattoo that the ladies put on their chin. It's not just a tattoo, it's not just a fancy design, guys. It's got a story to it, you know. It's about your ancestry, your family history. It's more than a tattoo. And it's a big decision. I think we shouldn't take away from that. It's a big decision, right? To have this like moko on your face for the rest of your life, right? And with whatever people do, and it's their faces, like, and then people get all up in arms, like, you don't even speak te reo, you don't even do it, and why are you gonna do it? And you know, you're too white, and you're not even, you know, it's a hard one as well, again, because I've seen a bunch of guys getting cultural tattoos, and I think they're Lebanese, and they're wearing like the Māori, you know, Māori designs all over them. There's a lot of Australian girls wearing it, but when it comes to moko kauai, I don't know. And I think, you know, yeah, it's a really significant thing, but you know, let's be realistic. We're not back like we were a long time ago. One day, no one's gonna want to wear it. I mean, think about it. It's getting a little bit diluted, the meaning of it, and it's only because time's rolling on, times are changing. What people are getting taught by their parents is changing. generations are changing, so that the Moko Kauai is not getting taught to people like it did like 3-4 generations ago. So of course it's going to change. And then one day, one day down the line, people are going to say, actually, I wear my Moko Kauai on the inside. You hear that a lot these days as well. I think if someone's displaying the Moko Kauai on their faces and proudly, I think fucking good on them, and it's going to be a discussion. What is that on your face? Oh, it represents my Māori culture and my family history, and someone's going to talk about it. So the level, if you've got somebody who's wearing a Moko Kauai and there's a meaning behind it for them, and they're able to share it, like, could you imagine if you had a Moko Kauai at like 24 years old, how many people throughout your lifetime is going to ask you about it? And then you've got story to tell about it, and how many people you are going to touch along the way, and how many people you'll be able to share our culture with along the way. I mean, yeah, I think that's a beautiful thing. And unfortunately, the realism of it now is some people, what it used to mean 200 years ago, for some, they weren't around 200 years ago, they're around now years ago, and now times have changed. So, I don't know, that's the way I see it up, Oh, thanks, Bessie. Okay. Monetary gain, yeah. I think that's where that whole Aroha brand came into play, because she's making big money off using a name she really doesn't know much about by the looks of it. So I get that. That is really fucking irritating. Hey. Hey guys. Yeah, we're just having chit chats. If you want to chat about something, put in the comments, because I'm always down to chat. I'm the big mouth. I can chat for hours. I'm just trying to think. My nanny, my mum, she didn't have a Moko Kauai. Her sister did though. My nanny Olive. Quite a few of her family did actually. I'm trying to think who else. What was just yeah, no one really talked about it those days. I see a lot of young boys. They're getting like, well, sometimes I feel like it's for fashion over here, just being honest. Yeah. I'm probably gonna get in trouble, but fuck, that's nothing new. I do think there's like, and I can't blame the young ones either, because the young ones are trying to keep their connections with New Zealand, even if they're born here, and they feel like they want to get a tattoo. Like my daughter, my oldest daughter, she got hers done, but she got it done in Bali. She's got a neck one, and she's got like a fern and a turtle on her arm, and it's just to show that part in their side of them. And then other tattoos, I think, okay, then that looks too, looks very nice, very nice. It looks very pretty and very handsome. But yeah, sometimes I think it's a bit of decoration. But and then you can also look at it like, oh, they're so proud still, because look, listen, People that come from New Zealand that come to Australia, let me tell you this. If you come to Australia and you're over 20 years old, you miss New Zealand like crazy when you're here. There's not one New Zealander I've met here who came after their 20s and thought, fuck, I'm glad I left New Zealand. Everybody misses New Zealand hard. If you're like me though, I've like literally grown up in this place, but I came here with my nanny, so that's different. I felt like Aotearoa just followed us, and as long as I had her by my side, I never really lost. I never really lost my roots, you know. Every time I looked at my nanny, she kept me grounded. My nanny comes from that. My mum comes from that generation. It's like, don't you bloody forget where you come from, and that was like hammered into my head. How are you since Hashimoko? He was here today. He's just, he went swimming again today. He has swimming lessons on Saturday. And, then his daddy went back to work, and then his mother came over here so she could do some work and I could have like some time with the bubs. Then they're coming back again tomorrow because it's their cousin's, she's bringing her fiance over tomorrow, my husband's niece. And next week I'm gonna start prepping, you know, hubby's bag for Turkey and start decorating the house because Ramadan is coming up in 2 weeks. Which I'm so excited for. I'm so excited this year. I've been excited since last year. Yeah. What else do we have? Yeah. So and next weekend, my husband's niece and her fiance make nikah at the mosque. So all the families are going to that next Saturday. So this weekend and next weekend it's gonna be all about family. Yeah, all about family and yeah, so many things is happening. But everything, you know, is good, alhamdulillah. And the things that are not so good, they're good too. Because look, is Baba going to Turkey? Yeah, he leaves on the 15th. So he'll be gone the day before Ramadan starts. Evolution touches everyone. My generation weren't raised on technology yet. Using it every day now. True. But you're looking bloody fabulous. Oh, thanks, girl. Matariki. Hi, Matariki. Kia ora now. Yeah, so, you know. So, yeah, family. Kids are getting big, you see. They're all getting big and they're starting to, you know, spread their rings, get married, have babies, all this sorts of stuff. Hi, everybody. What's going on with my page? Why is the comment stopped? Facebook, what you up to? Well, I'm gonna go outside and have like a puffy after this. If you wanna join me, make yourself a coffee or bring your drinks, whatever you're gonna do. Just joining, hey. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Thank you, guys. I feel my recovery is like, especially this week. Is Ramadan early this year? Can you remind me how the date of Ramadan comes about? So the month of Ramadan is about 10 days or so earlier every year. So, and then next year, so if it's the 16th this year, it'll be roughly around the 6th next year of February. And it's also by the sliver of the moon. So we watch for the moon. So when you see that first sliver of the moon, that's where Ramadan starts. Yeah. For those people who don't go by the calendar. But it can start different here, like a day up, like a few hours apart in different countries depending on your time zone, you know. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Oh, thank you, guys. Oh, cut it out. You make me shy. You make me shy and then I'll get off. I've been doing, maybe I'll do a video. I'll try my best. I always say I'm going to do that, but I don't get around to it. Because I still haven't got a routine, guys. I just don't have one. And then I was thinking, because I got a whole new, I've been gathering a new wardrobe, just in particular, especially for this month, you know, in this coming month. Oh, hang on, guys. Wow, this is good. Oh, thanks, Clarissa. Thank you. Haven't seen you in ages. Hope you're all well. Hey, Suzanne, where you been at, girl? How's your health these days? I hope you're looking after yourself. Or your son is looking after you, or vice versa. Hey, Canada, how's everything? I really want to go down. But I was just going to see how everything's going these days, if you know what I mean. Can I ask, what is the meaning behind Ramadan? It's our, well, it's like, it's a holy month of, like, for the Muslim or for, you know, the Islamic faith. So it's a lot, you're gonna fast that month as well, where you kind of refrain from eating between sunrise and sunset. That means no eating, no water. But it's not all just about that. I think a lot of people just think about Ramadan as being just fasting. But there's, you know, it's trying to do goodness throughout that month. You know, refraining from, you know, bad things, what we would call sin, which would be alcohol, you know, even cigarettes, or gambling, fornication, pornography, all the bad things you've gotten yourself into habitual, you know, everyday type of thing. No, don't do those. Also, being kind to other people. Be kind to people. Practice humility. And what else? Just doing good stuff. Just doing really good things. You know, that's what Ramadan is about. And then once you've been in that month, which I'm looking forward to this year, it's really hard because you kind of go into this bubble, and then once you get yourself into that bubble, once you try to go back out of it, it's very hard because you've been kind of doing, practicing the very best of yourself that whole 30 months. And it's about family as well, a lot of unity, especially with like in the Muslim community as well. Like, you know, visiting families, visiting relatives, breaking iftar, the iftar meal with each other, and it's a beautiful time. There's so much more to it. Hi in the UK. Oh, thank you. Been a while since I've been on a live. Oh, hi. Our neighbours, but we are out. Yeah, I know that, Jessie, I know. I shared your grandbaby post to my news feed since I love it. It said and totally resonates, yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Clarissa. I'm freaking stoked for you. Yeah, my grandbaby, because I realized I shared that post the other day. I think it was yesterday, and it was in my story. So when I look at, you know, because I'm really enjoying this time of my life. I think I haven't had this much joy for so long, and this much peace in my life as well. But this grandson of mine, it's not just affected me, but my husband, the kids, and then also I realized many times, like even tonight, he's just snuggling into his mum, or she'll be breastfeeding him, and then I realized I'm totally in awe of the baby, but it's like getting to know my daughter all over again as a mother. And it's been the most beautiful thing, because she's still chicken in so many ways, but then yeah, that other side, you know, when you become a mum, this other side comes out of you, and it's kind of like you become the nurturer, and you're the protector. Baby only sees, his eyes are only for you, you know, you're sleeping together, and it's just the most beautiful thing. And also watching it, you know. And then it's really super cute when the other night they came over, Scott and Aish, and they surprised us. They went down the shop, saw their brothers take baby down there, you know, and then they came here. Well, they went outside, played table tennis, and me and hubby were in here just going gaga goo goo out over baby, but also watching my daughter and her husband like just be the cutesy parents. It's also the most blessed thing. So I'm in this bubble, you know, and also now, you know, the younger ones, like my husband's niece now. These younger ones are starting to get married, and no doubt, you know, I mean, his other niece got married the other year, you remember, a couple of years ago, and now this niece, his brother's daughter, you know, our boys are growing up, so, yeah, you know, things in life have changed, so, alhamdulillah, what a beautiful dinner that was. Oh, hey, how did I miss that chicken? Oh, phew. Oh, no way. All right, let's go outside. I'm going to come outside. What kind of drink do we have there? Got only kefir. You know kefir? The yogurt drink? But look, I'll show you these. My husband went down to get some sweets for tomorrow, which I thought was so cute. So I got a milk baklava. These are just dry bikkies. Some more dry bikkies and more dry bikkies, which are always good because we're going to be serving tea and sweets. Baklava again, chocolate baklava, and some different other Turkish sweets. That one's just pure pistachio. And then of course we got the local shay lokma. And these one tulumba. And that one, and yeah, so tomorrow we'll be having sweets and tea, and then We're gonna make some burdock, and tonight I'll just get outside and fix up that backyard, make it nice and pretty. Because it's a big deal, you know. Right, let's go outside. And I don't know if you've seen my daughter's post, but look at this. She brought that down, and me and my husband have already been into it. She'll be making these cakes, and they come with little, oh, she'll tell you anyway, little cupcakes as well in a box. Yes, guys, she's getting back into the swing of things, and I'm so happy for her. I'm so proud of her. Baby is now 4 months, so she's doing really, really well. And I think she's going to tell you about that soon. But yeah, the cake was so yummy. He already got into it. Hey, oh, I like you. It's silly, eh? We say it to each other again. I say, oh, all the time. I think I like you. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'll put you guys here. Your grandbaby has been something very special in every way for you and your daughter. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're just, I don't know. We're in ga about this little boy. We're so ga. We're in gaga land. Hey, darling. He's just like, especially, he's got this special, what? Hubby's got this special song he sings to the baby. And the baby, when he hears that song, he knows it's his dede. He knows straight away it's hubby. The Buke Baba. And, yeah, we're just, you know, we're just totally in love with everything about, he's just the cutest little thing. Guys, I can't explain. I'll tell you what it's been like so far doing, being a grandmother. It has been like probably the most, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's like the most beautiful, wonderful feeling of, I don't know, it's so new, but not new. And it's not like it's strange because the first time I saw baby, he looked just like his mother. And then you see your children and their children. It's really, it's been an amazing and beautiful time. And I can't wait to do it all over again and again and again. Hurry up, kids. I'm ready. Her cakes are the best. Oh, awesome. Coming over tomorrow to help me make cinnamon scrolls. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm happy for her. Because she's a bit like me, you know. She can't keep still for too long. And as you guys know, she loves what she does and her craft. And she's a cake decorator. Hey, if you don't know who my daughter is, it's Cup O Cake. Cup O Cake. You'll see her in my following. So if you go at the top of my page, it'll say following, and you'll get to see she's in that list. You can go over there and check out her cake. She's just going to tidy up her page a little bit though. Hang on, I got to get it. How many? I only have one. I'm new at it. Yeah, I'm new. This is my first one. It's my first time. I just became a grandmother like 4 months ago. Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know, I can't, like, I don't know how it works, guys, but I tell you, I think because I've got more patience now, you know, as a woman, I'm not in the same place I was. Like, I remember my mum used to say to me all the time, far out, every time I come down here, you don't even sit down and have a cup of tea with me. I said, Ma, because I've got to watch the kids. She used to always say that to me. Or she'll say something like, oh, geez, baby, just come and leave them there. They'll be all right. Come and have a sit down. Let's have a cup of tea. And I, you know, because I was a mother of 5 and having, you know, 5 kids, all the different ages and stuff, it wasn't until later on, you know, that you would sit down or they go to bed, and then by that time she's tired, you know. So I get it now because I see the rush in my daughter. So because I've come to that stage in my life where I'm chill, I'm calm, I know, I pretty much know what's up. I know I've sorted out my life somewhat. I'm not dead yet, and you know what I mean? But you come to that stage in your life where you're much calmer, you've slowed down a lot. Whereas she's been the first time mum, she's, you know, oh, where's his bag and where's this and what's this, and, you know, and I can see what my mum was, because sometimes I want to talk to my daughter and she's just in a rush. She's not there because she loves her little boy so much. So, and then when she tries to talk to me, I don't pay her much attention because I'm busy, like, just in awe of the baby. So I feel like we haven't had a real decent conversation since before she had baby. But now I get it, and I can see, you know, she's like, well, okay, now she wants to, you know, she's gonna start, you know, as you saw on her page, she's gonna start going back to work, you know, her own business, which was cake baking cakes. She's a cake decorator. She's like, you know, doing all the things. And I'm so proud of her, but I remember being in such a rush as well when I had my kids. So I can see it, and I think that's the beauty of being a grandmother, because even though you were there for your kids all the time when they were growing up, a lot of it is a blur because, like, just being honest, I was at work a lot of the time when they were growing up. And then me and my husband, when they got a little bit older, were swapping shifts. Like, he'll go nights, I'm doing the days. And, you know, so it's kind of because you're trying to pay the bills and buy them food. But now I'm not in that place, so I'm able to linger on baby longer. I'm able to enjoy him. So when he's here, I'm 100% present. I won't leave his side. You know, and I was just online, you know, trying to buy him the fold-out couch, and everything's about him. I don't know. And, yeah, and he's growing, because as you guys know, he's 4 months now, and he's just the most adorable little possum. Yeah, sorry. What was that question? How am I enjoying, how many grandchildren I have? Daughter is a great mother. Thank you. Yes, his name's Zane. Thank you. Glad chicken is getting back into her cup. Okay, pity we can't get them in England. Oh, time is flying for chicken, and you all wait till the little fella's walking around. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Oh my God. I was saying to him, I was like bouncing around the house. I'm just holding him, and I said, look, baby. I said, oh, my little darling. When I pick you up after school, and his mother quickly looked at me. When I pick you up from school, I'm going to buy you all the cakes, all the chocolates, all the ice creams in the fridge. And my daughter goes, No, you're not. I'll pick him up myself. You're going to make him fat. I said, well, that's not, I can't hide the fact you kids were all fat because, and I said, yeah, I'm going to pick you up from school. I'm going to buy you all the things and then we'll go for a ride. I'll take you to the movies. I'll buy you all the popcorn. And my daughter's sitting there. She goes, oh my God, no, no. He's going to have, he's got to be, sporty. He's going to go, shut up. Just. So then I go with him and I'll say, I'm still going to buy you chocolates. I don't care what your mum's saying. So I have a lot of fun. I have a whole heap of fun. Then we'll bring him out here. And then my husband and me will both whisper in him and we'll say, when your mother goes back to work, we're going to take you and we're going to run away. We're going to go down the park and have a swing. I know. That's our life right now. That's our life. It's our whole life. And so I regret nothing at the moment because it's been such an amazing time, Yeah. Oh, you're a real nana. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm loving that title. I think it's probably the most grandest title a woman can have. And you get to that stage in your life where you can be nana or grandma or Gma or whatever you call yourselves. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful thing. It's the most beautiful thing. Chicken's funny? Oh yeah. I'll say straight in front of her face. Like the other day, she got a bit upset with me because I came in and I was upstairs having a shower and they were doing a surprise visit. Well, I came downstairs because hubby comes up. He goes, baby's here. He doesn't say Aisha's here, Scott's here. He just goes, baby's here. So naturally, I just come bolting down the stairs. I said, hey, Scott. I gave him a hug, took the baby off him, and I was like, hey, Aish. And she's like, what was that? And she goes, what is that? And I said, oh, hey, Aish. And she goes, too late. I saw it. It's like, Andrew gave me the side eye. I said, no, I didn't. Because I'm just so happy to see the baby. Kia ora, Punny. How are you? Hey, Debbie. Good morning. Yeah, so that's it. Just a bit of all that, wholesome baby goodness. Hey, Rans. Change topic? Well, 1, 2, 3, let's go. Because I felt I could stay here and put you guys all to sleep with my grandbaby stories. I'm only new at it, guys. It's only been 4 months, but I was born for this. I was born and ready for this. I didn't even know. It's a beautiful thing. Since the best is the best. My mum used to tell me about it, but she wasn't really good at it though. So, yeah, I'm a naughty nana, I am. Yeah. I can't. Then I got this little ducky song, those ones. 5 little duckies went out one day over the hill and far. I sing that to him all the time, right? But when my husband comes in and baby's nearly asleep, this is me. 5 little duckies go away. Baby's going to sleep. He's going to wake up. Go away. Get out of the house. It's fucking song changes. Because I don't want to wake him up, you know what I mean? Just go and have a smoke. Oh my gosh, there's a joke. Yeah, so there's a lot of that going on. Yeah, I get that, Kim. I understand that. Yeah, I understand that 100%. Oh, thanks, Punny. Thank yous. Oh, softens. I don't know. Yeah, I think this is. I don't know how you guys think about it. You know how some people go through menopause, they come out of it, they're complete bitches. And some women, they go through menopause and they come out of it and they're quite softened. I'm the latter one. If I was softless like 4 months ago, I'm so freaking soft now. And I know it. I know that. I actually know it. I can't control it. You know how when you're PMSing and you're a total cow and you just bitch on everything and you want to pick on your mans and all the things, you're kind of slightly psychotic for 1 week a month. And you can't stop it. I mean, you can, but it's really, really difficult. Well, that's what it feels like being this soft. And it's annoying me because I don't see the point much in confrontation anymore. It takes energy and I don't want to exhaust myself. Like, I can't afford it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. After I had that hysterectomy last year and they took that beast out of me and I got all my energies back. And then I've been without any symptoms for about 6 months, 5 months maybe. So now I'm just chill because I'm not going through the flashes. I'm not going through the up and down hormones. I'm not going through nothing. So now I'm just chill. And now I'm like, just can you leave me alone? Hey, wait, you're being too loud. You know, so I don't have the same fight I used to. Like, I don't really, how do I say it? And I can't control it. I'm just, because there's nothing going on. So, you know, if there's nothing going on, count your blessings, you know, thank God and carry on. So I'm quite happy just staying in the house. I'm quite happy just whatever comes my way, I just take it. Like, you know, we've got so much going on. Like, these sort of things would have gave me anxiety once upon a time, knowing that my niece and her fiance are coming over and everything needs to be in order. And next week we've got the nikah, the wedding, and then the week after that my husband's going away. And in my brain I would heighten that by 100. I don't have that. I don't have that energy no more. It is what it is. Chill out. Roll with it. Because how many energies do you have in a day? You know, that's probably why he was tired by like at lunchtime or 3 o'clock. Because you're so like rushing around all freaking day worrying about stuff that you've got no control over. And then by 3 o'clock you need a nap, and then you hate your kids for coming out of school and fucking up the rest of your day, and now you're going to make dinner for your mans. And then by 8 o'clock you're like looking for me time, and me time is very hard to get, and then you're like, fuck my life, by about 10 o'clock. And everyone's finally gone to sleep, and then you start thinking, shall I stay up till 12 because I've got to get up for the kids? And you've only got a gap of like an hour and a half for you to actually get me time. So once you get out of that rhythm of life and you go through your phase, which is, you know, the perimenopause, which I don't know when I went into that, but I was a complete bitch for many, many years. But I can't pinpoint when I went into like, you know, I really can't. But now that it's all over, I'm just like, my hormones are kind of stable. I'm stable. I'm chill. You know, I'm just like, oh, far out. What a ride that was. And now on the other side of all of it, I'm just like, I play with the baby. Or I just, you know, hang out the clothes. One thing I've realized, you know, I don't procrastinate much on things anymore. Like, That's one thing I've realized. So menopausal queens or perimenopausal queens out there, what tips do I have for you? Get yourself some bamboo sheets. Don't go mucking around with all your hormones and shit, because there's a lot of things on the market you'll see, like Happy Mammoth and Hormone Plus and all this other stuff. Regulate your foods. Try to find your triggers and what gives you this hot flushes and hormone swings. And don't be so hard on yourself when you feel like your whole world's going to end. It's just your hormones wreaking havoc with you, and you know, and then try to educate the people around you that, hey, if I'm a little bit, no, don't feel embarrassed about it. Just say, hey, if I'm a little bit not myself these days, it's just that I'm going through this and that. And I remember one night my oldest son says to me, hey, Anna, you okay? I just like, I'm not sleeping, son. And he said, why? And I said, oh, it's lady things. And then I, you know, because I don't discuss lady things with the boys. That's their father. They've got a father. He can explain things, right? But in that case, I said, it's hard to sleep some these days. I'm going through a stage, and you know, sometimes it just feels like you're burning and you're on fire when you sleep. So you get up and you know, a couple of times a night, and he's like, what? And that's why I don't tell him, because that's what you get out of the boys. It's like, whoa, what do you mean burning? Burning, you're on fire. And there's nothing happening. You're just on the inside. What the hell? So, yeah, I realized that when I had too much sugar, I got hot flushes. Alcohol had to be probably the worst thing to give me triggers. Not enough rest. But bamboo sheets, and those bamboo, oh well, I may bring them back one day. I may bring them back one day, but they're really, really good. Bamboo teas and stuff like that keep you nice and cool. Yeah, and just whenever you can get the time to rest, because your body tells you just need to sleep and you don't know fucking why. It's like, I just woke up 2 hours ago and suddenly, I want to go and lie down. That means you're lacking in some nutrients and some, you know, you got to look after yourself. And a lot of the time you just crave all sorts of sugars and stuff, and it's only because you're not sleeping enough. Your body longs for energy, and all that sort of stuff. So, but don't be hard on yourself. I think that's the worst thing, because it really tests you, you know, in so many ways, especially when it comes to your relationships. I'm not just talking about your marital or your partners. It also affects like your relationships with people, because you don't know why you suddenly don't like that bitch. And you think people are up to shifties, but there's nothing going on. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I never did like her. And then now that I'm on the other side of it all, and I'm so blessed because I'm only 51. Because I know some women who go through it into their 60s. So I'm really blessed that it was kind of short. But there again, I think I went into menopause at about, perimenopause at about my early 40s. So now that I'm on the other side, I just think, why did I worry that hard? You know? And now when you do come out of it, fuck, your bones start like decaying or something. Fucking hell. I woke up like, no shit, guys. I had to sleep, woke up, I felt like somebody had kicked me in my neck. And I went to just like, it's my same pillow every night, but for the last 3 nights, my pillow, like my neck, my head felt like I went to go get off the pillow. I felt like my head was like 10 kilos, and my neck felt like it was going to snap off. And my leg's fucking starting to creak. My ankles are fucked. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? My bones. So I've got now, suddenly, this, I can't bend it, because if I do bend it, which happens in my sleep sometimes, I have to click it back, the joint, and it's painful. So the doctor said it's not arthritis, it's onset of carpal tunnel. So I have this little sling, this little thumb splint that I have to wear, but I can't find it. So last night 3 times I bent my thumb during my sleep and I had to snap it back. But my bones are just like decaying and shit. They're decaying, what the fuck? And so yeah, it just gets better, but it kind of, yeah, you're gonna fall to pieces and your hair falls out and hairs, yeah, it's something. It's something else. Oh, it is, Angela, I agree. I'm wearing my bed team now, on your girl. Oh my goodness, wait, what? 21, 16, 11 and 3 and 1 girl age 40. So are you all over the 3-year-old? Oh. Oh, that's cool, Sandra. Me too. I'm new to the Nana Club as well. I'm going through that now. It's no good. Yeah. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Be tough. Be tough, and don't let other menopausal queens scare you and shit, right? With their horror stories, because everyone's different, guys. Your body's all different. Your lifestyles are different. Your dietary intake is different. So everyone's gonna go through menopause different. No one is the same. Okay, so don't let, because yeah, some menopausal queens, they really try to scare me and shit. And for a moment there, it was fucking working. I was like, bitches, leave me alone. No more hot sweats, insomnia big time. Oh, you got insomnia? You're still getting hot sweats. Holy shit, so that's like 20, wait, not 20, wait, 12, 14 years of, oh my God, lady, wow. Yeah, so be careful for all that, you know. And then, you know, people with their medical advice and stuff, like trying to push people to go to the doctors. It should be your own choice. It should be at your own pace, and it should be at your, you know, because you've looked into it and done your research. That's really important, because it's very easy to say, hey, jump on HRT, and you jump on there and it's maybe no good for you, or there'll be severe side effects. So, you know, do the way you're gonna do what your body tells you it wants to do. Yeah. Hot sweat still, and my sleeping pattern is totally whack. Oh no. Yeah, and then your fellas and your kids wonder why you're hella tired during the day. That's because you're up and down all night with these hot sweats. And they don't, you know, because they don't get it, and you're too tired and hot and bothered to explain it. And then, like, sometimes when you're there sitting having a bit of a dinner, and then you're having dinner and stuff, and the next minute you're breaking out in a sweat, and you're just like, oh, fuck. Or you're going to, you know, there's, oh, the chin hairs. Yeah, I got those too. I got those ones too. One. Not them, one. I get 1 or 2, and that's it. I don't have anything. And so when I went to go and get my eyebrows threaded, I said, can you do my chin? And she said, she just got the tweezer. She goes, don't worry about it. And she just pulled it. And I said, is that it? And she goes, that's it, just 1. And I was like, oh, shit, fuck. My mum had a big razor in her in her, what do you call it, bathroom cabinet. Wow, 32. Your moko's 32. Your youngest is 7. Oh my goodness, bless. Spend all day with the bloody twins. Have no sleep pattern anymore. I can be nodding in my chair, so get up, go to bed, and I turn into an owl. Yeah, I've had those nights. I think, you know, they said after hysterectomy it pushes you straight into menopause. 2 weeks I had there with, like, I felt like a teenage girl. I don't know what happened. I came home, even though I was in pain, I had no symptoms whatsoever, and I was so happy. And then boom, menopause came on real quick, but then she went away real quick. And I think one of the best things that ever happened was, it was winter last year in April when I had the surgery, and when I came home, you see those couches behind me? I slept on those. I was outside every single night and day. So even when I did get hot, I didn't feel it. Oh, thank you, my darling. Yummy. Woo, that's hot. Woo, that's real hot. Oh, does he? Oh, no. What now? Yo, bitte. Why didn't you lie? You know that chicken I was just eating? There was only a little bit left, and my son rang because he had some last night. He loved it. So he rang to get some, and that's what my husband's just packed up to send to the shop. Damn. That was very popular, honey. Yeah. I got mine lasered and still didn't kill them. Oh, I wouldn't even waste my time. They would just like, tick, and that's it. Oh my goodness. One for now. Oh my God, my body has a mind of its own. Remote fan. Oh, hey, fuck. People are telling me about these fans. Anyway, my husband got a fan, but it was for my desk. Because remember how I had that little room at the old house? So he got me this fan, and you just charge it up. And it was the best little fan. And then I thought, fuck, I can just put it on my back when I go to bed. Because I said to my husband, just don't come. Like, just don't come to bed, honey. And everyone was thinking why my husband sleeps on the couch. Because some of the times I just needed my space. Because I get so hot, and if he moves and wakes me up when I finally go to sleep, I get really angry. And then I ended up putting that bloody fan on my back, on my front, and oh, it was helpful. Find a really long one on my neck, for fuck's sake. A cluster, oh my God, not like a goatee. Oh, Angela, I feel for you, honey. Due to health issues, never hit menopause, turned 68 and on come this. Oh, shit, man, that's so late to start doing that. Oh, man, I feel for you, Jessie. I'm so very happy that I went through it. I went through it all. So that was April last year. I got that beast out. And then those symptoms lasted about 5-6 months. And then they just disappeared. And I tell you, I'm so happy I didn't, because my gyno, which is my surgeon, she's the one who did the surgery as well. She said, you can come back next month and we can talk about HRT, hormone replacement therapy. And I said, oh, okay. And she goes, and I started asking a few questions, and she straight, blatantly, point blank said to me, there's just a risk of breast cancer. She said, but we don't put you, she goes, it's better than it used to be. She goes, now we keep you on a term of 5 years, then we give you a break, and then you go back on for another 5 years, I think it is. Could you imagine if I had started that? Wow. And I probably wouldn't have realized that I only need 5 or 6 months to be over and done with it. As soon as she said breast cancer, and that came straight from the surgeon, my gyno's mouth, like, she didn't beat around the bush, and I really appreciated that. That's why I said, nah, fuck that. If women before me could go through it, I'm going to go through it too. Without the risk of having to maybe get breast cancer. That would have been out of the fry pan and into the fire for me. Nah, stuff that shit. Some women it really works for, but yeah, nah. So, but I'm really happy that I dealt with it the best I could, because now I can tell my daughter exactly what's going on. But I never hid anything from Aish when it came to No, I'm not, Tina. Yeah, Jesse, yeah. So people used to think, why Bob was sleeping on the couch sometimes. Sometimes he just fell asleep there because he was watching his Gold Rush programs. But other times I preferred it because I was going through a lot back at the old house. But I didn't know what was going on in my belly as well, so there was that part. Oh, did your brother come?
Yeah, just
Oh, awesome. Wow, that was random. He's probably thinking, I wonder if there's any more of that yummy food, because he really loved that. Oh, honey, you got to ring him though. He can't heat that up in the microwave.
Oh.
It's got steel on the inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just let him know before Allah korusun. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was told, Colleen. But, she still was gonna, if I wanted to do it, it's up to me. Nah. Testosterone, hair thins out on the head, and mine's thinned out heaps, guys. Mine's thinned out. My hair used to be so thick and luscious, but it just started falling out a lot, especially in the last 2 years. To be like fucking tumbleweeds of my hair just rolling around the house, on the floor, in the bathroom. Oh my God. And so, it just started falling out quite a bit. What else? And I used to be very itchy. As you can see, I'm not itchy anymore. Like, I used to get really itchy not ears inside, from all around here. I used to get itchy all the time, and I'd scratch them when I'm sleeping, and then I'll wake up and they're all scabby and shit. Just randomly, especially when I'm in bed, I feel like ants are crawling on my legs. And I'd be itching my legs, itching my back, everywhere. And there's nothing happening. I'm just itchy for nothing. What else? Yeah, pretty much that was my worst ones, was the hot flushes and the itchiness. The hair loss, I don't really care so much about it, to be honest. And the moods, my family, my husband would probably see my moods more than I would, because if he asked me, I probably think I was just being my normal self, but when he tells me how moody I was, it's kind of different when you hear it from somebody who's not you. But I do realize, I see it in my kids, they are all kind of like, oh, wow, I don't know, on you, just different. And I feel it. I do feel that, because I just don't care too much about, well, it's not just, I wouldn't say it's just being the end of menopause. I think because there's other goodness going on in my life as well, like just focusing on other things that don't stimulate me too much, you know what I mean? Like, one thing I introduced into my life months ago when I went in for the hysterectomy, that was a really hard time for me, guys, and nobody knew except for me exactly what I was going through. And the build up to it, especially months leading up to that operation, nobody was really knowing what was going on with me then. And I didn't know I was carrying that thing inside my gut. So if you don't know, I had fibroids many years ago. And my doctor had said to me, I went for 3 doctors, and 2 of them had advised me to get a hysterectomy because I had a fibroid cluster, but they said it was very small, but if I wanted to get rid of them, they'll grow back, so get a hysterectomy. And then my other doctor said to me, the one that I was seeing quite a bit, he says, oh, look, don't do that. Go naturally, you know, why do it if you can do it naturally? So I never worried about it. I took an x-ray years ago, an internal x-ray, internal ultrasound, that's how they picked it up, and I never went back again. So when I was in New Zealand and they realized that, you know, because I hemorrhaged there in New Zealand, so they realized that there was this, that my uterus was protruding, and I had a growth inside me the size of a 5-month pregnancy, and I had no idea. And then when the lady goes to me, like the doctor said, you don't feel this? And I actually thought I was just getting fat because I'm going through perimenopause. I just thought it was part of, you know, I'm gonna put perimenopausal weight on. So I just thought I was getting fat. And so that's why when I came back, I had to go through all those tests and stuff last Ramadan. That's why I'm so eager for this Ramadan, because last Ramadan, nobody knew how hard it was for me. It was a really trying time, because during that month, not only was I doing that, but I was going through all these tests and friggin' x-rays and prepping to go for this operation after Ramadan. So Ramadan last year finished in April, and I had my surgery in March, and I had my surgery in April. But that was a really lonely time, and then I appreciated, I had a better understanding of how valuable life is, you know what I mean? And there was a few moments there it was pretty scary. And then nobody knew that when I had come away from that, they had done tests, which I was waiting for, post-surgery, 2 weeks. They had taken some samples of the growth to see if, there was any cancerous, stuff, and that scared me. So for 2 weeks there, and I keep it to myself, I don't jump in and tell everyone until after the fact, so that part really, really scared me. And ever since then, I've just been grateful. So, and sometimes it just takes a little bit of a jolt to realize just how good you have it. And so because of that, my mindset had changed on what's important. And then I got to sit at home for weeks and weeks, recovering and trying to carry on with business as usual, but something had already changed with me. And then hubby had to go in for his surgery. You know, then we realized, the realization is that we're aging, you know, and then he had to recover. And in all that time, our baby, my daughter, she was expecting baby and she was swelling and we were worried about her, and then she had a tough pregnancy, and the way she told it on her live was very surface, because chicken, you know, but it was a scary time for her and Scott. Yeah, because there was a moment there that Scott thought he was going to lose her, and that was scary. So, and there again, there was so many things to be grateful for there. And then baby, alhamdulillah, thank God he's good. So now I have a different appreciation. Like, it's not that I see like life being all serious and all that. It's just that, you know, it's sometimes you gotta read the signs, as they say. In my case, it was just being grateful for everything and taking more notice and not taking things for granted. So now I have a new routine. I get up every single morning and I come outside first thing, say my prayers to start my day each and every single day. And it's made a big difference in my life, you know. And then I just carry on with my day. So introducing something fresh into your lifestyle, as little as it seems to everybody else, makes a huge impact in your own. It's nice. It's really nice, you know. And so I'm feeling really grateful and happy for everything, especially this new grandbaby, you know, in our health. So young ones out there, if you do listen to this, and I know no one wants to listen right now because fuck, this is boring for a lot of people who are not going through menopause, but one day you will, little girls. Yo, hang on a second, I just feel like, you know, we put a lot of, we go through a lot, man. Women do go through a lot. We go through our adolescent years, which are very, very tough because we don't know who the fuck we are, and it plays with our hormones just like it does at the end of, you know, being fertile, which is like now. And then you're going through your periods, and then you go through childbirth, and then you go through menopause, you know. And I think menopause is probably the grandest part of life. And it's very hard. It's hard, and it's fucking very hard for women. And some women actually go crazy because of this bloody thing. And, you know, and then some people feel like it's the end. It's the end. You're no longer fertile. You've done your dash. You've had your babies. And now you're washed up and good for nothing. It's not like that. It's not like that. Because now that I've been to the menopause, I'm ready to go into my next stage of life, which is enjoying my babies and my adult kids and travel. And now I understand why a lot of people retire and they just want to see the world, because they're raising families for fucking years and years and stressing over everything for years and years. And then, but I would advise, if I could, like, is that when you do get a chance in your younger years, see the world. if you've got the money and it's not going to hurt you, see the world. Like, don't wait till you're old. You know, money will come back. Time just does not come back. So do it when you're in your prime. Get out there and have a look at the world in your prime, where you can enjoy and see the world, like, because it's, yeah, I think there's this thing, this rhythm that we get into in life is, it's just a systematic thing where, you know, you go to school, you go to high school, you get a job, you go to uni, you get a career, that's the new one, and then you get you hook up, you get married, have a baby now in your 30s, late 20s. But that's textbook. You can still travel while you've got kids. We did. We only travelled around Australia, like, you know, here, there, and locally around Victoria, but we tried. But if you're able to, and you know, if you're able to, and you've got the desire to work hard, play hard, like me and Bob always say, just wing it, and you work your asses off, and then you feel like, hey, look, I'm just not going to smash $300 down at the club. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. $300 down at the club, nah, but I can catch a flight to Sydney for $99. And sometimes you can get it even cheaper, or it might be a little bit expensive, or you could plan it and get it cheaper. And, you know, go there for the weekend, you know, go do something, or go camping, or go and stay like in a camping ground, or go just do something instead of like blowing it to the wind. If people say, what would you tell your 20-year-old self? It would be that, don't piss fight your fucking money away on dumb shit, and spend it on experience and people you care about. And instead of like wasting it away doing dumb shit, I would rather spend it on experience, building memories, and doing that, you know. So that's why I'm happy for my daughter, you know. She's, you know, it hasn't been, it was a hard recovery for her. She only just told the surface of what she was going through. She's a toughie. And now baby's 4 weeks old, and she wants to, you know, be around with her baby and have her business back again and try the best she can, you know. Baby steps, baby steps. And she still has the desire to do a trip this year. And then I've got my young one, Adol and Shaheen have been planning this trip with their mates to Japan since October last year, so they leave in June. And I'm happy for my kids that they love to travel. They love it because they get to see things, they get to break away, they get to learn other cultures, they get to appreciate different people, you know. I think Aisha really wants to go to, I think it was Vietnam or Thailand. And now the world has become even smaller, like my generation. Going to America or something like that was the dream, and it was big. You really needed to save for a whole year to be able to do something like that. And for some people that is still the case, but now there's so many other options. Like I've just seen on, what's it called? TikTok ads, there's this new thing that you can lay by your holidays. What the hell? Like you can just, you know, pay in stages, or kind of like afterpay. How amazing. So travel's not restricted just to people that work all year. you know, you can actually do little getaways as well, guys. Like me and hubby would take little getaways with the kids, but we'd just instead save money, just do the shopping at Coles while we're away, take them to Big Ben, you know, the big four caravan parks, and they can go jump around, and take them away wherever we can. We used to hock our stuff just to take them away on school holidays, and they never forgot. So my kids have always had that travel about them, just to give them something else in life, you know. But the other thing I have to say, if I could change something, as a parent, was putting ourselves on the back burner. If I could go back in time, my advice would be, don't feel badly, and it's really hard though, because I can say that now, but hubby and I put ourselves on the back burner for a lot of those years raising kids. What I mean by that is not paying attention to our dental health, because we're busy paying bills, like worrying about the kids' dental health, making sure they get to the optometrist, make sure they get to the dental, make sure they get to the doctors, and we just didn't, because it was the last fucking thing on our minds, you know. And then when the kids all grow up, all your teeth are falling to fucking shreds, and your health is, you know, slightly declining because you just didn't look after yourself. So I would say, if you have young ones, make sure to take care of yourself as well, because that's really important, and not to feel badly about it, because without you and your health, there's no happy house. If you got a toothache and you're trying to look after like a bunch of kids, or even a couple of kids, even one kid with a toothache, it's no good. You got to tend to yourselves, look after yourselves, you know. Get out, take, you know, even if you can get your husband or your partner or mum or dad or sis, even if you can't, put that baby in a pram or those kids and go for a walk and look after your health. I would really highly suggest that, because man, the one thing I've learned out of this life thus far, and I'm halfway there, is health and time, guys. Health and time are very, very important. And you young ones out there, you're not made of steel and like hard things. So slow down and stop speeding. That's what I would tell the kids. Be careful on the roads. Be careful with your choices, because, you know, you're not made of tough things. You're made of like blood and bone. So be very, very careful. And drugs and alcohol are overrated. That would be another thing. You can have good times without alcohol. You can have good times without drugs. You can have good times without willy-nilly sex with some guy down at the club. You can have good times without all of that nonsense. And you'll have less regrets too. There's a bonus. So far, that's, you know, that's what I've learned, and I'm still learning as well. Like my mum, when she was 65, there was so many things she didn't know, and she'd even told me she was still learning, and she was 65. And so I've learned that too. Like, nobody knows everything. Young gurus in their 30s fuck up. I'm just being a bitch. Because, you know, until 30, you do know something until your 30s. But beyond that, don't speak for the people beyond your age. Stay in your lanes. And young ones, you know, in your 20s, your 30s, the millennials and the Gen Z, you know, I doubt there's any Gen Zs on here. But if you're in the back and listening with mum, know that people my age, in my generation, what we call Gen X, we're not harsh. We're just at that age where we just don't give a fuck. That's what it is. Like we just and we've come from a generation where we were confrontational face to face. So we're a different age group, you know, where we, you know, we did a lot of sneaky things because we were outside playing and we got up to fucking no good. And we told lies behind our parents' backs, and we probably stole their money as well, just because they were so busy trying to feed us, and we were just outside playing with our friends, trying to show off with our parents' money, and probably their cigarettes and alcohol as well. So we come from a different generation. So it's not that we're hard, it's not that we're mean, it's not that it's just that we come to that age, and we've been through an age also where when we got hit. Right, guys, when we got hit by our parents, it wasn't abuse, it was discipline. So we've been through all of that. We've grown up with like hard knocks from our folks. Get the fuck outside and play all day, you know. And, you know, projectiles like thrown at us, and like hidings, and go to bed without dinners. We went through all of that, what you guys would probably call physical abuse and long time trauma and shit. And that's why a lot of us, it's not that we don't care about your traumas at this age, it's just that we don't know what they are, because we went through a stage in our lives where everything was fucking traumatic. I mean, we went through so many traumas on the daily, getting into fights after school, and you know, getting strapped by the teacher, because that was allowed, guys. Yes, that was allowed. You could get hit by your teachers, and then you go home and tell your parents, and they'll go, what you fucking do? So we've been through a different generation. And so that's why the way we think and the way this new generation thinks, that's why we look at millennials, or we look at the new generation, and we think, fuck, you're all weak. It's not because we're trying to be mean. It's just because the things that you go through, if you know, we cried about the certain things that the new generation cries about, like, oh my God, I can't believe I wrecked my lipstick. Our generation just didn't give a fuck about it. We had bigger fish to fry. Our parents were gone and left us at home at the age of 10 and 11 and 12. And we had to fend for ourselves because they'd be out working. Or what they would do would just get inside, don't open the door to no one, and fuck off all night. We were sleeping in the cars, outside the pubs. We were just left at home. You get yourself home from school. There was none of this pick you up from school, take you to school, none of that shit. And we just dealt with life. And that's why we're a different breed. And it's at this age I've come to realize that it's not that, because sometimes I don't get social media when I first jumped on, how people are just so politically correct, and it's not because of that, it's because of the generation gap. It's because I come from a generation where I just can't relate to the softness, can't relate to the wokeness, can't relate to, because this is all new to us. Doesn't mean our generation is wrong. No, fuck no. You'll never see the likes of our generation, and we're probably never going to see the likes of our parents' generation, and in my case, my grandmother's generation. And I think, you know, God, you know, if you're going to cry over, oh, my boyfriend didn't open the car door for me because I called him a scumbag and he wouldn't pay for dinner, or something like that, if you're going to get your panty in a twist over that, that to us is a fucking joke. It's a joke. So a lot of the things we can't relate on, I guess it's just it's just the generation gap. That's all it is. But and a lot of the kids these days, they're just never gonna understand what it was like to drink out of a hose, to play in the water without thinking you were gonna get sick and rush to ER, or climb trees that were like so far into the sky and not be afraid to fall down, and your parents really didn't give a shit if you did or not either, because that'll teach you a lesson. And it just was different days, and it's those days, you know, I miss those days sometimes when I hear like old music, and and I might be at the shopping center, and it'll remind me of like 3 days playing marbles in the streets and actually playing elastic, skipping, fucking hopscotch, and face-to-face friendships. You know, your parents would take notice of you because they weren't on phones, and you know, so your parents, when they took time to talk to you, you knew it was kind of serious. You know, the respect you had for your parents, and I see a lot of respect lost on this next new generation. You know, and it's sad because we're never gonna get it back. You know, and now I see the millennials are talking about how hard the 90s were. Oh, fucking hell. Jesus bloody hell. They fucking weren't. they were fun. You know, people born in the 90s. My 3 oldest ones are born in the 90s. They're all millennials. And then I've got these 2 Gen Z boys of mine. And even with these kids, I see the difference. And I share an Annadol now when the boys are talking about something, they have no idea what they're talking about. Like when it comes to like some games or something like that, they don't know. And they're like, oh my God, I feel old. and then it just goes around again, you know, it just goes around again and again. But yeah, anyways, that's like, if you want to add to this and you've got something Gen X or Gen Z or the millennial, and you want to say something on it, put it in the comments. I love to see something, you know. Other than that, I've got quite a big couple of weeks coming up with a lot of family stuff. Firstly, tomorrow, our niece is coming over. I'm going to change this around tonight. Because, you know, it's traditional. And then next week is their nikah, or their wedding. So we'll be doing that next weekend. And then I think the next week after that, my husband goes to Turkey. And it's also Ramadan starting. So I may jump on somewhere along the ways, because I'm going to start decorating the house, Ramadan decorations. And what else is there? And maybe show you some of my new, I bought some, I've been collecting, you know, different clothing, especially for the month of Ramadan. So I may share that with you guys. And what else? Yeah, that's about it, guys. Anyways, I'm not going to take up any more of your Saturday night. Petrol stations that would fill you up. Oh my God. Hey, speaking of that, I come from a place called Flaxmere, which is in Hastings. There used to be it was a Caltex. And it was at the Village, this place called the Village. And my mum used to pull up there, and he used to check the oil, fill up the car, wash the windscreen, and it was all just for the price of the petrol. And you never had to get out of your damn car. And then when we thought it was self-serve, for some damn reason we thought it was bougie. It was bougier when somebody came out of the petrol station and filled up your car and you didn't have to get out. Could you imagine how that would be now these days, guys? If you got to sit in your car, people would just grab their phones out straight away, start scrolling while the person's putting petrol in the car these days. But my mum, he used to come, he's like, hey, how you going? Yeah, I'm good, same, $10. Yes, please. And that would be $10 to get through the whole week, mind you, those days. And then he'll check her petrol. If she needed any air, he'd put it in. I remember that very clearly. And then clean the windscreen, and we'd be on our way. Maybe they still do that in some countries. I know in some places in Turkey along our travels they did do that, but I mean in Australia and New Zealand. I remember I was in Havelock North in New Zealand. There was one, was it a BP? It was green. And I remember the boy came out to put the petrol in. I was freaking out. Loved hearing I'm not the only one. Yeah, yeah. Oh, no way, in South Africa. Oh, shit, that sounds cool. Yeah, we've long past those times now. Packed lunch and we were gone until dark. We would go swimming and have campfire. Oh, far out. That was, you know, my little brother was 3 years old. It was me. So if he was 3, I must have been about 10. So there's me, my other brother who was 9, my other brother who was 8, and our 3-year-old brother. And, you know, our mother, my actual biological mother, she goes, get outside and play. Take those kids down to the park. I'm 10. 10-year-olds now are very different to the 10-year-olds back there. 10-year-olds back there, man, we were just doing chores and all the fucking things. But anyways, I took my brothers down to the park and there was a pond, which is still there, the duck pond in Flaxmere Park. And my little brother fell in it. So anyways, after we fished him out, I put him in my jacket, took him home, and then I got a hiding because he fell in the water. Your parents didn't take accountability. They gave you responsibilities right from jump. That's our generation. So rather than her saying, oh, fuck, I shouldn't have sent him down the park with you, I got a hiding because he fell in the water. And that's our generation. So fuck, the responsibilities we had as kids back in those days. Like, I was mowing lawns at 9 years old. I was hanging washing at the same age. I was ironing at the same age. And by 10, I was cleaning a whole house, fucking windows, the car. I used to do the car windows and the interior about 10. So, and gardening, weeding at the same. And then you could go and play. So we had a different time and our parents were different. Like, I feel like I'm a soft parent. But when I see some other parents, holy, I am not. Like, my mum used to say to me, oh, why do you have to put it? I went to New Zealand. Here's a story time. I went to New Zealand. Cairo was 7 going on 8. Adol was 3. Yeah, and Aisha would have been... No, that's wrong. Because Adol was only about... Yeah, Adol was 2. Aisha was 6 months. And Cairo would have been 7. Anyway, I took them back to New Zealand. This was back in 1996. And, you know, because I've been here already for a little bit. So when I got there, I put a jacket on my son, a beanie, a scarf, gloves, socks, and these little, the kind of like Uggs for boys. And I had him all rugged out to go and play outside on the front lawn. And my brother, his house was across the road. And his little girl had just come out of the shower with her towel on, running across and she was only about 5. She would have been about 4, running across the road, barefoot, in fucking freezing cold weather in New Zealand. And then I'm like, hey, she's gonna get sick, bro. He's like, sick? And then my mother comes out, my biological mother, and she goes, far out, the way you've got that boy dressed up, you're gonna go skiing or something. And I said, because it's cold. And she goes, take those bloody things off him so he can play. He can't move and all that shit. And that was the difference. So my mother, and then I had to think about how we grew up, and she was right, because we never had like loads and layers of clothes. But by the time I became a mum, I was layering up my kids to filth. And now my daughter, Even though I was a fussy parent with my kids, I can see she's even more fussier than I was. And it just goes on and on. It's a cycle. I had a newspaper rounds at the age of 10. You know what? All the kids that had newspaper rounds, I had mad respect for them because no one would give me a job because I was too naughty. Especially the milkman, the milk boys. You know how they come around and give the milk bottles outside. Yes, millennials and Gen Zs, our milk used to get delivered to the door. And they were glass bottles too. And no one pinched the money. And no one pinched the milk. You just put your money and your milk bottles out at your letterbox and people would come and change them every day. Yeah, weird, eh? Shit, times have changed, alright? Shit, you could you imagine? If you could do that now? Holy shit, no one could do that now. Fuck. That would be unheard of, guys. Holy. Could you imagine? Newspapers, they just chuck those on your front lawn. You can't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore. Oh, thank you, Angela. Thank you. He's doing really well. Alhamdulillah. Thank God. He's doing really well. People will just chuck things on your lawn like newspapers and then you get it. You go outside and you go and grab it off your lawn. And bread, and we had a fruit truck too. No way. I still stole sweeties. Oh, there you go. Milk tokens. Yep. Pamphlets. Oh, that's awesome, Claire. That's cool. Yeah. You see, guys, we were working when we were at like 10, 8, 12. That wasn't child labor back then. It was just get a fucking job and learn how to work. That's what it was. You want pocket money? You want to get lollies and shit? Yeah, here. Go do a paper round. It was just like, it was normal. Nowadays, they call it child labor. The fuck? We were just, if we were lucky to. I was in the fields picking pumpkins, 4 o'clock in the morning. The truck would pick us up, me and my cousin. And I was 13. And we would get out there at the crack of dawn, weed the pumpkins, and then we'd finish our shift at 2 p.m. And it was just a holiday job. It wasn't like, and I was 13 and he was 16. And there was all the kids. We were all doing pumpkins. And we were making good money. Because I remember at the end of that week, I made $180. Okay, my mom taxed most of it, but my weekly shop. The dunny man that used to change the shit cans. Oh my God. Fizzy soft. Oh my God, yes. The fizzy drinks. And my mum used to get those crates of fizzy drink. Yeah, she used to get those all the time. But that was in Australia. It wasn't in New Zealand. But, times have changed. And you used to go down to the dairy or the milk bar and you'd see Benson and Hedges advertise cigarettes. You remember those days? And Winfield and all this. So you can't smoke cigarettes and stuff, but you can have Pornhub for free. You can have My OnlyFans and they're all doing crazy shit on there. You can have that all for free, but you can't advertise cigarettes because, oh my God, you can't do that. It's crazy, the life we live in these days. That was the time, I think every house, I don't know, maybe every single house had one silly magazine back in their houses, always like tucked away in the linen cupboard, in the boiler cupboard or somewhere, belonging to someone. Well, it was really funny because there was only me and my nan and I found one. But then again, my uncle, her son, used to come and stay with us on and off. penthouse and was the biggest thing back those days. Innocent funds, you know. Somebody from school will have some little book like that and everyone will go to the park and have a look. You know? Oh my goodness. Bikes. Oh my gosh. Bikes everywhere. Yep. The packet of ciggies, because Mum used to put like, hey John. Well, he used to be the guy. Oh no, sorry, Wayne. He used to be the owner of the milk bar, him and his wife. And it would just always be like on the back of an envelope or something like that. And she'll put, hey, Wayne, can you give my muko like a packet of Rembrandt cigarettes, a toilet paper and a bread, and see you on Thursday. And they give it. You know, how many kids you see running down to the shops with these fucking notes? It was all over the place. No, I haven't finished my recovery, not yet. Skateboards at the park. Yeah, we had a skating rink in Flaxmere. Me and my brothers used to go down to all the time. A BMX track full of fucking magpies. That was always a treat. There was just so many things. School discos. You know, discos on a Saturday night to keep the kids out of trouble, and that was always for under 15s or under 16s. And they would give you tomato soup at the discos. What else? Oh, ton of stuff. Just good fun. Skates. You know, not these rollerblades, actual skates. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get me some skates. I was going to do that the other year. I'm going to do it. I'm going to give me some skates. I wasn't too bad on them shits. That's one thing from I always wanted the white skates with the white boots, you know. The skates with the red wheels. I never ever had them. Because the wheels always sounded nice and smooth on the concrete down the street. But mines were, you know, the ones you put your shoes in. You know, you tie them on this part and then you put your shoe through it. And it was plastic. You could adjust to what size your shoe was. That was the skate. And they were noisy as hell. There wasn't even like, there was plastic wheels. They wasn't rubber. But the white boots with the red wheels, they were rubber. Oh my God, they would glide down the street, and I was always jealous of my neighbor because she had them. I used to always say, oh, can I have a turn? She's like, they're too big for you. And I'm like, give us a turn. And then I used to go home crying to my mum, can you give me those skates? She's like, what do you think I am? Made of money? Oh shit. And I never ever got them, so maybe I'm going to try to find some. Oh my God, the telethon. One day there will be a restart and this generation will be fucked. No idea how to do stuff without AI and technology. True that. Yeah, I had the strap-on ones. Yep. Telethon was always the best thing. I loved telethon with my mum. She used to get these like big bags of Macintosh lollies and put the fire on because TV back in those days finished in New Zealand at 12 midnight, exactly on the dot. Every 12 midnight, the TV died and went to white noise. But on telethon in New Zealand, it went for 48 hours non-stop. So Mum would put our mattress in the lounge room, put the fire on. She'll make sure to make us a fresh pot of kai. And we would stay in that lounge room and watch the telethon. It's like the telethon is like you know, charity for, you know, but you see all the New Zealand superstars and people always on TV and all that sort of stuff. And throughout the day, they will come down the street on the fire truck and chuck lollies, like different, hard lollies off this fire truck in the telethon day, and then they'll also take donations. This was all throughout the whole country. Well, the population back there was half the population that it is now, so it was very, very different. But telethon was a big, what was that song? Thank you very much for your kind donation. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I still remember that song. Yeah, right. Yeah, because our telephone was in the, and hey, everybody here, this is a complete Gen X thing. I bet you each and every one of you remember your phone number from way back. If you do, write it in the comments. This will be one of those times you can't get doxxed because those phones don't exist no more. Mine was 798058. That was our phone number. Simple. 6 numbers. 798058. What the hell? And because you can take it off the wall, and you didn't have hands-free. What do you call it? You didn't have to take it off. It was stuck. The cord was stuck to the phone, which was stuck to the wall. So you couldn't hide from your parents, and your parents would always put it somewhere they sit. It was either in the kitchen or in the lounge room where they sit. So you'd try to sneak it. Like I snuck mine down the hallway, and I'd sit in the hallway. But my mum could still hear everything, and then she'd time me. She'd be like, hurry up and get off that phone. There's no reason. Oh, look at all these numbers. No way. I knew you guys would remember your guys' numbers. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, that is the cutest. Oh, you can see all the Gen X in here. Oh, look at these numbers. That's crazy. Oh, that's the cutest. Oh, that's too cute. And look at these 6 numbers. What the hell? Wait, you only got stuck to the wall phone number 8911. That's it? What the heck? Singing that song with you. Got our first cordless phone. That was luxury. Oh my gosh. We never got one. I left New Zealand and we were still on those bloody phones. Oh my goodness. And we still had that phone. But one thing I always wanted to know was, even though we had the first phone and it had the buttons where you played In the Jungle, the Mighty, you remember that? Because it had because it had a dial tone. I always wondered, why did it have A, B, C, D, E, F, Because back then, even though you had 1, 2, 3, 4, under it still had A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And I always thought, why? And then in the future, we ended up using them shits. Four numbers, yeah. Party line. 52 in front of every number. Yeah, I got 3 cordless phones. I thought it was cool. Oh, nah, you must have been like legit in a really cool area and rich. Because, maybe you're younger than me. But yeah, we didn't reach that far. Yeah. 9093362. Always had to say hello. Who is it? In case it was a debt collector. And then my mum, I don't know if your mums did this, have a paper on the wall, and she'll rule the lines, and she'll put, Maria or Mariah, and then she'll have her number. Trevor have his number. Olive have her number. And then she just wrote all the numbers and their names. Did your parents do the same thing? And then you had your phone book, which Mum always put under the phone. Oh my God. And then I'd go through the phone just to see if my friends were in the phone book. Like try to find their numbers. Yeah, we had the rotating dial phone as well. Until that push button one came out, and then we all thought we were like technology people. Yeah, the numbers on the wall. Our first two numbers were letters. Oh, which country are you in? Maybe that's why. Because in New Zealand, it just wasn't that big enough to have letters included, because I can see which people are from New Zealand because they got 6 numbers. We all had 6 numbers. Back then, I think the population was 3 million. The whole of New Zealand. Now I think it's like 7 million or something. Yeah. Good old days, yeah. Those are the good old days. Dial up internet, don't, man. What is it? Well, I can't even make that dumb noise. But that noise, trying to connect to the internet on dial up was hell. Do you remember when you could put a toll bar on your phone? I'm trying to remember what that was, but it does sound... No, I don't actually. How did you do it? Because I might be thinking something else. Maybe I called it something else. Getting it out of your dad. Oh, 5.5 million. Oh, I thought it was like 7. Okay. Still tiny. I think the population of Melbourne is like 6 mil. Yeah, that cold was stretched to the max. 7? How are you what about the ones that locked so you couldn't use it? Phones? Oh, I don't know those ones. Oh, Debbie, my mother, when she first bought a VCR, guys, this video shop came to our town, down in this place called Poole Street, and it was the first video shop I remember ever going to. And my mum bought a VCR. She had no idea how to hook it up. I didn't either, but I was able to, because I'm younger, I was able to figure it out. Anyway, I figure out this VCR. That was the end of my mum for a couple of years. We went to that video store every other day. When she had a day off, that was it. We were watching Bruce Lee movies and every Asian movie, all the Chinese Shaolin masters, Kung Fu masters, everything you can imagine, we would be watching that for a long time. Then we went through things like Rambo and all of that stuff. And then we went through, what was the other thing? She started getting like, what's those movies called? Oh, shit. We went through all those. We went through all the martial arts ones. We went through all the, what did we, wrestling. So, when wrestling came along, WWF came out. I was about 13 by this time. I had to stay home and record that on the VCR for her every time it came on. So we ended up with all these cassettes of just wrestling. That was back in the day of the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, and all those ones, British Bulldogs and all those. And because I got 5 brothers, they all got into wrestling, and so everyone was recording these blood. And then I will start recording like Top of the Pops, you know, all the music shows and all the movies that will come out. And oh my goodness, yeah, the VCR, holy, the VCR. Yeah, my mum was cool. Because my grandfather, he loved wrestling. So Andre the Giant and Abdullah, what was they call him? Abdullah the Hun or something. They were wrestlers way back in my grandfather's time. They came to New Zealand, and my grandfather had all these magazines because he would travel when you know, to watch wrestling. And when they came, he traveled to where they were, and then he got to meet Andre the Giant. And then shortly after that, like back in 1981, then my grandfather passed away, and my mum kept all his wrestling memorabilia. That's why she followed wrestling for all those years, because my grandfather was into it. What was that guy? Peter Maivia or something like that. There was another. And then his son ended up being a wrestler. Do you guys remember when Caller ID first came out in New Zealand? Oh, no, I don't know Caller ID in New Zealand. Because I left New Zealand when I was 15. Oh, no, this was like a private... It was kind of like a private video shop. It wasn't one of those big blocks. That's it, Abdullah the Butcher. That's it. And Andre the Giant, and yeah, it was Peter Maivia or Peter Maivia. Oh, God. I think he was a Samoan guy. He was supposed to be, I think he's The Rock's father. I'm not sure. He's somebody's father. Yeah. So they got into all those old fighters. No, I didn't know that. I had no thing about the locked numbers. Anyways, guys, I'm going to jump off now. I'm going to jump off and go and see what my husband's up to. I think he's making, what's he making? Give me a look in this window. I think he's making like, he's making some mince to go into a burdick for tomorrow. Because it's everyone is quite excited to see their cousin and her fiance tomorrow. So we've got all the sweets, and then hubby's going to make a burdick, and then we're just going to, you know, make outside here look really nice. I think they're going to be here like 2:33. Yeah, cool memories. Thanks for sharing your memories, guys. That was awesome. Far out. That was just like a not gonna be fun going down memory lane. Ah, it was cool. It's nice, you know, because you know, it's the saddest thing. You're just never gonna get it back, and that's the hardest part, you know, because you think about all the days like when your parents didn't give a shit if you went down the park by yourself, and you would only be 8. You know, those days are just never gonna come back, and it's kind of sad. But then one day this generation after us will understand the exact same feeling, like the days they had will never come back either. And the food, guys, the food is something I miss the most. Like, you know, the taste of food back when we were growing up, that's never coming back. And that's sad too, you know. And like the taste of what tomatoes used to taste like. Do you remember that, guys? They used to be red, and they used to be like, they tasted and smelled really strong of tomato. Now they're kind of like pink on the inside. It's been cool catching up with you guys. You take care. Pumaria. Night to you guys. Have an awesome Saturday night. Have an awesome day tomorrow, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Bye.